Hawassa, Ethiopia. Hawassa, Amharic, Waza, also spelled Awassa or Awaza, is a city in Ethiopia, on the shores of Lake Awassa in the Great Rift Valley. It is 273 kilometers 170 miles south of Addis Ababa via Bishoftu, 130 kilometers 81 miles east of Sodo, and 75 kilometers 47 miles north of Dilla. The town serves as the capital of the Sidama Region. It lies on the Trans-African Highway for Cairo-Cape Town and has a latitude and longitude of 7 degrees 3 minutes north 38 degree 28 coordinates, 7 degrees 3 minutes north 38 degrees 28 minutes east and an elevation of 1,708 meters, 5,604 feet, above sea level. Its name comes from a Sidamic word meaning wide body of water. The city is home to Hawassa University, which includes Wundo Genet College of Forestry and Natural Resources, an agricultural college, the main campus, and a health sciences college, Awassa Adventist College, and a major market. The city is served by Awassa Airport, ICAO code HALA, IATA AWA, opened in 1988. Postal service is provided by the main branch. Electricity and telephone service are also available. Three important local attractions include the St. Gabriel Church and the Awassa Kanema Stadium. Fishing is a major local industry. Hawassa was capital of the former Sidama province from about 1978 until the province was abolished with the adoption of the 1995 constitution. It then became the capital of the Southern Nations, Nationalities, and Peoples region. When the Sidama region was formed in June 2020, the city became part of that region. Hawassa currently serves as the capital of both the Sidama region and the Southern Nations, Nationalities, and Peoples region. Hawassa will continue to serve as the seat of government of the Southern Nations, Nationalities, and Peoples region for 2 national electoral cycles, after which the regional government will move to a city within the region's boundaries. In 1957, with Ras Mengeshium at the head of the Sidamo Governorate General, Sidamo Teklagizit, Emperor Haile Selassie became greatly interested in establishing a new town in the area where the city is now located. The area appealed to the emperor on many levels. It was located on the important Addis Ababa Moyle, Kenya, highway. Its flat, expansive topography was conducive to city building, and the nearby tourist attractions of Lake Awassa and the Dume Hill, later named Tabor, provided a dramatic backdrop to the area. In 1958, upon the order of the emperor, a seasonal palace for him was built along Lake Awassa in an area called Kuchawa. The building of the palace intensified interest in the area among many people, most notably the empress herself proceeded to lay claim to extensive hectares of land in the name of the emperor. As the town grew, more than 3,000 people who were living in the area were displaced. 2010, also notes that a political dispute accompanied the displacement of the Sidama from the Hawassa area. Governor Ras Mengeshium, R.1955-1960, enthusiastically supported the urbanization of the area, regardless of its impact on the Sidama who had been living there, while succeeding Governor Ras Andargashumacy, R. 1960-1965, was much more concerned with the impact of this displacement on the Sidama people. Ras Andargashumacy refused to endorse the implementation of a large mechanized farming project in and around the Hawassa area by the Ministry of National Development unless he was guaranteed alternative land for the thousands of Sidama households. Their houses were simply bulldozed without any prior notification and compensation. However, despite his efforts to delay or block the displacement of the Sidama by the emerging city plan and the mechanized farming scheme, the government was not deterred from its intentions and many Sidama were pushed out of the city and its surrounding areas. Following the displacement, about 400 heads of families who served in the war against the Italian aggression from 1936 to 1941 were brought from Wukro and Korum, northern Ethiopia, Harar, eastern Ethiopia, and Addis Ababa and awarded land to settle in Hawassa. The places they settled still bear the names of their places of origin. In 1960 the office of the Vice District Governorate moved from Haila Tula to Hawassa. In 1962 a municipality was founded. The shift of the political center to Hawassa was not an immediate or easy decision, as there was significant opposition from the landlords in Yirgalem who benefited substantially from having the political center in their city. Initially, when Sidamaland was incorporated into the modern Ethiopian Empire, the political center had been at Hagerzelam, 85 kilometers from Hawassa. During Ras Desta Damtu's reign the center shifted to Yirgalem in 1941. In the brief period of the Italian occupation, the Italians shifted the center to Apisto, a small roadside town located at the entrance of Yirgalem town and along the paved road connecting Addis Ababa and Moyle, Kenya. 7 Finally, the political center shifted to Hawassa in 1968, until the fall of the imperial regime in 1974, it served as a capital of the Sidamo Governorate General, Sidamo Teklagazit, which included Sidama, Woleta, Gadio, Jem, Borna, and Aro. In 1974, the Derg military regime established Hawassa as the capital of its Sidamo district, Kiflhager. Later on during the transitional government Hawassa became a capital of Region 8 and soon after as a capital of Southern Nations, Nationalities, and Peoples Region and later the Sidama Region. Demographics based on the 2007 census conducted by the Central Statistical Agency of Ethiopia, this zone had a total population of 258,808, of whom 133,123 were male and 125,685 female. While 157,879 or 61% were living in the city of Hawassa, the rest of the population of this zone was living in surrounding rural kabels. A total of 61,279 households were counted in this zone, which results in an average of 4.22 persons to a household, and 57,469 housing units. The 5 largest ethnic groups reported in Awassa were the Sidama, 48.68%, the Amhara, 15.43%, the Woleta, 13.9%, the Oromo, 5.21%, and the Gurj, 4.33%. All other ethnic groups made up 12.45% of the population. Sidamo is spoken as a first language by 47.97% of the inhabitants, 31.01% speak Amharic, 9.58% speak Woleta, 2.53% Oromifa, 1.98% Gurj, and 1.82% Kambata. The remaining 5.09% spoke all other primary languages reported. The 1994 census reported this town had a total population of 69,169 of whom 35,029 were male and 34,140 were female. Economy. Hawassa Industrial Park, HIP, is situated on the outskirts of the city flanked by the picturesque Rift Valley Lake Awassa. The park that got 18 leading global apparel and textile companies by the end of 2017 was inaugurated by Prime Minister Haile Mariam Desalegn on June 20, 2017. Construction of the park is led by Industrial Parks Development Corporation, IPDC, which is chaired by Arkeba Kyobe. The park is the first in its kind in the country, consumed more than $250 million and was built in a time of less than 1 year. The zone implements zero liquid discharge, ZLD, that enables to recycle 90% of sewerage disposal water and fulfills international standards. Covering an area of 1,300,000 square meters, 14 million square feet, of which 300,000 square meters, 3,200,000 square feet is factory shed build-up area. The park have additional area allocated for shared facilities. As of 2020, about 30,000 people work there, and it's growing rapidly, albeit somewhat slower than expected. Religion. 59.71% of the population said they were Protestants, 26.99% practiced Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity, 8.14% were Muslim and 3.78% embraced Catholicism. 11 The Latin Catholic minority is pastorally served by the Missionary Apostolic Vicariate of Awassa, which has its Cathedral of Kidane Meherit here. Sport. Football, soccer, and swimming are the most played games in Hawassa. Hawassa City SC, Amharic, a football club based in Hawassa like Debub Police SC and Sidama Coffee S.C and using the Awassa Kanema Stadium, was the first to win the Ethiopian Premier League from outside of Addis Ababa, the capital. In addition to winning the league twice, the club took part twice in CAF Champions League. Other sports like basketball represented by Hawassa City BC and skateboarding are becoming popular among the youth. Biking and running competitions are occasionally held on the main streets of the town. Education Hawassa University, established in 1999 through the merger of a number of higher education institutions, is based in the city. InfoLink College is the first private engineering college found in Hawassa. Africa Beza College campus is also in the city. Hawassa University is the first university in Ethiopia to offer a hotel management degree program. Climate Hawassa has a tropical savanna climate, Köppen, though it borders on a subtropical highland climate, Köppen CWB. There are two seasons, a lengthy though not intense wet season from March to October and a short dry season from November to February. The extra cloudiness of the wet season is sufficient to make it substantially cooler than the dry season despite a higher sun angle. However, the coolest morning temperatures, often close to freezing, occur during the dry season.